Hey, welcome back to Popcorn and Plot Holes, where we talk about all the facts movies that you love. Since it's the second episode, I will tell you, because you might have forgotten. I doubt it. Facts is fantasy, action, comic, thriller, and sci-fi movies. This week, we are talking about the old Quantumania. I guess technically it is Ant-Man and the Wasp in Quantumania.
I guess.
We'll get there. With me, as always, Luciano.
Hi, I have a headache.
Spencer.
I gave him his headache. Hello.
And Chris.
And I'm rubbing their feet.
Oh, thanks, Chris. Ooh.
Sexy.
But appreciate
So,
it.
y'all watched Ant-Man and the Wasp conquer the Quantumania.
Did we?
Is that what it's called?
I'm not
Quite
sure
a
on the
mouthful.
title. It's
More like,
quite a
I can't, man.
It's wow.
That's such
Can
a
I be
stretch.
excused?
Got
It's
him.
early, but can I be excused?
No. You can't go anywhere. But let's talk about this movie in general. It is the third Ant-Man movie,
Correct.
or the second Ant-Man and the Wasp movie, depending on how
Yes,
you want to
also
structure it.
correct.
That's obviously how you
correct.
track it.
It is. What is it? Like the third movie and the fifth whatever
Phase?
phase?
Yeah.
Is that even?
Is
I
it the third?
Well,
It's the third movie, and it's
In
at
phase
least
five,
the fourth, but maybe it's
Yeah.
the fifth phase.
maybe, or maybe
That's
it's the
how
end
much-
of Phase 5, or is it, who? No one cares.
We could
at
do
this
a whole
point.
No,
podcast
that's-
on the
we
phase
should.
system.
That's the real answer.
Have you ever wondered what phase of Marvel content you're
It's-
in? Join us.
It's not the third phase. It might be the
No.
fourth or the fifth. The point is that this movie was confusing,
Yeah,
much like the phases
Much like
are.
we are.
that's what Quantumania will do to you. My brain.
Okay, so let's talk about this.
Mm.
Was it is the quantum realm? Wasn't it supposed to be scary and dangerous?
In my
Was it?
mind, it was cool.
But that's what
But
they
it was
told
not.
us in the movies. They were like, "Oh, you never go full subatomic,"
Yeah,
and here we are.
they did. And
I
they did.
mean, they tried and failed, but they tried.
That's very nice.
They got there, and then a sun almost caught one of them, and then they ripped the sun in half, and then some weird bug ate the sun. I don't know. They try to make it scary, but much like the rest of this movie, they were like, the CG will take care of it. Fuck it. That was.
Did it though?
They didn't, but that's what they
Did it?
thought.
I agree. I think they were like, "Oh, it's scary down there," and then they got there like, "Oh, don't worry, it's full of quippy Marvel characters, just like up on the surface."
Yeah.
The ooze was the key.
Yeah. Hey, don't you badmouth my boy Veb, okay?
I said it was the key. Where's
He
the
has
snark
no
in that?
holes.
Not for long.
I mean, it takes them a little bit to get holes.
It takes him a while.
So, does everybody drink a Veb? Because obviously, Scott drinks Veb and Cassie drinks Veb, but I'm pretty sure that the other three also drink Veb,
Yeah, at the
but
bar.
a classy upscale version of
Yeah.
Veb.
You drink
Bad.
poor people translator juice.
Yeah.
I drank the high end stuff. We are not the same.
Yeah. You're drinking like
RC
shitty
versus
Yeah.
Coca-Cola Veb.
It's like the shitty half brother of Veb. That's
Sorry,
what they're
I just got to
drinking.
be clear here. You're
Bev.
saying that the rich people are drinking the better version of Veb, but everyone else is drinking it from the source. So
Oh,
No, I'm saying that there's another Veb that is like
Veb's
Right.
like, "Oh, you drank me, good." I'm pretty
a
sure he literally
relative.
said that.
That's right. A relative who has
a
a better
relative.
nutrition plan, who goes to the gym and makes sure that they do leg day, or rather, limb day, and like our
Limb day.
Veb just goes with the flow and is just like always on the run because
It's
Kang the
McDonald's.
Conqueror, right?
and it's
he's
also
like,
half urine.
See,
Wait,
They get
what?
that's
Like a
just what they
public
do.
pool?
Yeah, to get more fluid out of. I don't know about you. But I had my Veb with Bill Murray though, so that makes me high class. I was just thinking how much better it would have been if Bill Murray's character was just Bill Murray. They were like, "You're Bill
Wasn't
Murray."
he though? He was.
He was, but it would
Bill
have been great
Murray.
if it's just Bill Murray's just down there and there's no explanation.
So you liked Bill Murray?
No. Don't put that in my. Don't put that on me. I would have liked it if they were like, "Oh my God, that's Bill Murray. What are you doing in the quantum realm?" And he was just like, "Yeah, no, I get around," and that was it. Like that would have been.
And then he said he banged Janet's. Yeah. Or sorry, I would better if he said
in the ways that counted.
He banged the Wasp's mom.
Oh, it'd be better if he just said he banged Michelle Pfeiffer. Right.
One time.
Too far.
She has a name in the movie. It's Janet.
Unless
Janet.
Unless they separated the two and they're like Janet's Janet, and then he was talking about a celebrity.
Nah.
Michelle.
Well, since like full-on fourth wall breakage.
That shit didn't work in Ocean's 12. It's not going to work here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Barney.
Okay, so now I'd like to talk about Bill Murray. Why Bill Murray?
Who Bill Murray? When Bill Murray?
What Bill Murray?
What Bill Murray?
How Bill Murray?
I don't get it. Why would you get Bill Murray to do a dumb cameo that makes no difference in the fucking movie? I was actually pissed because when I saw him, I was like, "Holy shit, Bill Murray's in this!" And then it's just that one scene, right? And that's it.
Yeah, then he dies.
Well, I will say, to answer your question, they used that shot in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Of course they did. Wouldn't you?
And of course, in the trailer, it looks like he's playing like a serious character. They always do this in Marvel. They like advertise like the characters are serious and that the story's serious, but then when it gets to those scenes, none of it is serious.
Yeah.
And it's like, it seems like they know people want it because they put it in the trailers. So why don't they just make the movies like that? Anyways, yes, I thought Bill Murray was going to come back at some point.
Yep.
I was pretty surprised.
Spoiler, he did not come back.
Spoiler. And they should have shown him get eaten by the thing he was eating if they were not going to have him come back.
Oh, he died a terrible, terrible death.
Yeah, he did.
Probably.
He died eaten by his own
He had
food.
the scream. He had the almost Wilhelm scream.
Yeah.
Oh, did
it's
he?
true. Yeah,
Almost.
it wasn't quite the Wilhelm scream.
Yeah.
Okay.
He perished.
So that was your favorite part was not your favorite part of the movie, is what you're saying, Spencer. Do you have a favorite part of the movie?
A favorite part of the movie?
Yeah. You don't have to. I'm not forcing you.
You don't have to.
I liked.
Credits.
He's giving you a way out.
I liked when. No, I got nothing. I'm sorry. Pass.
So like, what about Quaz, the telepath who?
Yes,
Who's
Chidi.
also Chidi. Yeah.
Chidi,
Chidi
yes,
from
Chidi.
the great.
That's right.
from
Speak
the
on
Great
it.
Place.
Speak on it. Love that.
It was nice to see
Great
Chidi.
casting.
I will say that, and he was
William Harper Jackson.
Yes.
that was a case where comedy seemed to work. Like his character meshed well with comedy. It made sense.
He's got good delivery.
Yeah,
Oh,
and I like Chidi. All right, you know what? I take it. I take my pass back. I liked Chidi doing
Quaz.
mine. Quaz. Quaz
Yeah.
reading minds and saying how people are all
disgusting.
gross. Yeah.
So just to be clear, was Quaz reading minds more impactful to finding the truth, or was Cassie saying it's cool, he's my dad, more impactful?
You know, it's so
What the fuck?
it's so perfect. You're right. Like, they could have easily had him just say they're cool. I read his mind, but instead she said, "It's cool. He's my dad." And they go, oh, he's your dad. You're
come on.
his daughter.
Yeah.
He's your dad. I get it.
And we
so
met
you're
you
both cool.
2 minutes
2
before
minutes
meeting
ago.
your dad.
Yeah.
but we
she
know
was
she's
willing.
good because she was here before him.
And she
So
was
he's
willing
the
to drink
outsider.
Vab.
Yeah.
She was willing to drink Vab. I think that's the measure of.
Some say too willing.
Yeah, probably.
There's time and place for everything, Cassie. It's called college, not the quantum realm.
You know, it's like spring break.
Veb
Protesting.
just partying out.
Do they get spring down there even?
It's spring all the time, based on the sun monster.
There you go.
What? Well,
It's
you saw all the
always spring
colors.
break.
There was
Right.
all the colors
All
of the
colors
rainbow.
of the rainbow.
I have the
yeah.
answer. It's rainbow break.
Rainbow break.
No, it's
Rainbow
permanent spring break.
break.
Everyone knows the
Prisma?
quantum realm
Prism
is
break?
just Florida
Well, show your work.
with smarter people. No, I'm sorry. Sorry, Florida.
Wow.
No, I'm not sorry, Florida. Get your shit together.
I want you to show your work. You can't
With
just
respect.
claim things on this podcast and
No,
not bring
because
evidence.
Yes,
It's-
we can.
It's run by, a quasi-fascist. And
Quasi?
You're saying Kang is DeSantis? How dare you?
that's doing a service to Kang.
Yeah, exactly.
It's always hot down there because they're so close to the sun.
It's fair. Is there a sun?
What? No,
You
the sun
can
got
barely understand the residents unless you drink their liquids.
I mean,
eaten.
that's
Okay,
fair.
that's good.
Yeah. And both have a light bulb man for a head. You know the guy.
You lost me.
The Pixar logo? Done. I'm done. Okay? Move
Pixar.
on.
I'm pretty sure Pixar is not based in Florida.
Or involved
It
in
is
this
now.
in any way.
Okay.
I said pass.
That's, you tried to
Why'd you
get
drag me
out of
into this?
I mean, my bad for trying to host a podcast where we talk about things. Clearly, I'm the monster. Chris, you love
Yes,
this
sir.
movie, correct?
Why wouldn't you tell everybody that
Wait, what?
sooner? No, I did not love this movie.
I was going to say, I was like, wait, what?
I thought in pre-show Chris didn't say that.
Yeah.
It was he was keeping it close to his chest. No, I finished this movie perplexed and sad.
Bewildered.
Sorry, for the Quantumania listeners of this podcast, since they're like Florida, can you describe what perplexed is as an emotion?
One might say stymied. One might say flummoxed. One might say
My brain don't like you.
one might say Trump was wrong.
Oh wow!
Wait, what? This is getting too political.
It became political all of a
Well,
sudden.
hey! You asked for context, so I tried to
Sorry,
dash
Chris,
it
I
a little bit.
have to get a little more context. Did you say Trump was wrong or Trump was wronged? Duh. Because there's a very different context.
Wronged.
Now can I be
These
excused?
people are the worst people.
Oh shit!
Did nothing wrong. Rigged. The election was rigged.
Like how
rigged.
Spencer
script
Trump.
was rigged.
Spencer Trump always has like a clogged nose. It's funny.
Smell the cocaine. Okay.
It's the best kind. Let's talk a little bit about Kang. Because
Yes, please.
Okay.
first of all, let's just get it out of the way here. Whether or not Jonathan Majors ever gets to play Kang again is up for debate, given his recent legal issues and where those end up. It's a blurry picture currently. He has been charged with some stuff. There's been other accusations thrown around, so who knows? He did technically show up in the trailer for Loki season 2, but that is just a rehash of the stinger at the end of this movie. So
Right.
we don't know what's happening to Kang. Maybe we can speculate on how they paint Kang out, but let's just talk about Kang in this movie. Kang Pro or Kang?
Well, just to address what you said, Matt, I mean, there's a million Kangs, so they'd be easy to replace them unless they showed all the Kangs all being played by Jonathan Majors.
No.
They're all Jonathan Majors? We shouldn't have done that.
There was
There's a
one
couple that
alien-looking Kang.
Yeah, two or
He's the
three
main
that
one now.
Yeah, he's the only Kang left.
Yeah. That's how they're gonna rewrite it.
I actually came across a wicked backup plan if they want to like just like sidestep this and use what they've got with this whole gathering or murder of Kangs, if you will. Dr. Doom would come, wipe them out in this like Coliseum scenario, and then proceed to lay waste and bring the heat to the MCU.
but
Kang
then
is
you
on.
wasted
This type of
Kang.
stuff.
But then
I
you
know.
wasted Kang, right?
Well, unfortunately, it may be the case anyway.
Kang died on the way to his home planet.
Kang died.
That's right. There you go. They all left at Coliseum. They were coming to Earth. They died on their way there.
Yeah.
Shame. Shame.
Maybe they'll just Don Cheadle him like they did with War Machine.
Wow.
Don
Put
Cheadle?
some other, just put another actor and pretend nothing changed.
Oh, okay.
They've done it once. Why they wouldn't do it again?
Many
Sir,
times.
have not watched
Secret Invasion?
Secret
Secret
Invasion.
Invasion.
I have not.
Well,
Spoilers.
Listen,
That's
we're not going to ruin for everybody here because
They're
we're
all
not going to
Kang.
cover it. But spoilers, everyone's Kang.
Everyone's
So
Kang.
with Kang,
Iron Man, Kang now.
what's your true, very. So do you have a what's your thing with Kang? Because I have a thing with Kang.
My thing
We've
with
all
Kang,
got a thing with Kang.
he is.
Hey.
It's disappointing that Jonathan Majors has these things hanging over him because he actually is really fun as Kang, and he does a great job at like balancing some of the emotional parts with his absolute craziness. 100%. What I don't understand with Kang is that he seems to have the ability to control people with his mind and control things with his mind. But at other points, he then seems like he has no powers whatsoever. Yep. And I don't know what his power level is. And yet still he just boot stomps Scott Lang's face in, even though I watched Scott Lang get trained in martial arts, I believe, in the first movie.
Yeah.
Is Kang powerful?
Kang is a normal guy with a powerful suit, but also apparently a good fighter, which makes sense. If he wants to be a conqueror, he trained.
Yeah.
And he's also way buffer and younger than Scott Lang. So
Scott was lost in the blip. He's like 35.
he gained 5 years.
He looks about the same age as Paul Rudd. I'm going to tell you that.
Wow.
You know what? I'm going on a limb here and saying everyone says Paul Rudd doesn't age. I think he looked aged in this movie for the first time,
which I was very surprised.
He looked tired.
Yeah, because he doesn't usually age. Like you look at him and it looks like it's always the same age, but here he looked a little tired. I agree.
Yeah.
So but how come they used they use up all the budget on CG of like the things like MODOK and like all this stuff?
Yeah.
They couldn't give him the fucking Vin Diesel treatment from Fast X.
Oh God!
Give him the old Indiana Jones facelift.
Yeah. Clean it right up. Don't worry about the voice behind the mask. It's fine.
I'm Scott Lang. I'm 25 years old.
It's like, oh wow, he looks 25, but he sounds 125.
Casey, I'm your dad. I'm fine. Where am I? Where am I?
I was also like very confused with because I know very little about Kang from the comics, but I know he's supposed to be really like has like super advanced technology, which Kenneth says. Yeah. But then like at one point he's like threatening to do like I'm going to make you eat your own ribs or whatever. He did say to Scott Lang, and then later on,
did you say that?
I don't remember that.
No, he didn't.
Were you hungry when you watched this movie?
He did. Maybe.
You were probably Luciano was he was on his smartphone looking at some baby back ribs over Uber Eats. He's like,
maybe.
Honey, like I'm really hungry. Like this movie is not doing it for me. Oh, what the fuck did Kang just say? Yeah, ribs. Let's get ribs.
Did Kang just say he was gonna make him eat his own St. Louis smoked barbecue ribs with a side of fries and a ranch?
Baby back.
Stop digressing for me. I do that well on my own.
All right, let the man cook. Let the man cook.
So I was gonna say is at one point he's like Matt said, controlling people with his mind or with his fingers,
neurokinetic,
and then when Scott was running towards the thing, when he was like, "Oh, stop him! Like, why don't you go outside and conquer him to death?" Like, I don't understand why he just didn't do something. He was just like, "Oh no, I used up all my power. Now I have to stay here."
Then he said,
these buttons. Like, I don't understand what the deal is.
And then Kang went, "I'm going to make you eat your own chicken fingers with a side of Blum sauce,
blue cheese." The thing with Kang. It's a bit perplexing. You might say stymied. The thing with him is like the suit is sort of like a future Iron Man kind of deal, right? Future. Where
Chris,
he's got
first
weapons,
of all,
right?
Time doesn't work the way you think, so I don't know what you're talking about right now.
It's an alternate future.
Nice.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Word. So he's like, according to like Marvel comic canon, like he's able to lift 5 tons. So you think he would be able to put some kind of dent in giant-sized Ant-Man, and then, but at the same time, they've also nerfed Kang, and it's a bit
huge
odd.
mistake. this was their introduction of Kang, like the real Kang. I know there was the one in Loki.
Yeah.
I don't know why they didn't just make him like ridiculously OP. The whole movie should have been them avoiding Kang and like just trying to outsmart him without confrontation. And then there should have been a confrontation where he just fucks them up. But they just survive due to, you know, they get lucky or Bill Murray comes in riding his gigantic octopus and saves them.
That'd be great.
His giant MODOK strap on.
Yeah.
The thing, it would have been great. Mechanized organism designed only for copulation. Copulation.
Wow.
For boinking.
Nope. Copulation with a Mortal Kombat K.
With a Mortal Kombat K and Darren not giving consent. So with this idea, right, of them just like trying, like cat and mouse, trying to get away, trying to stay 2 steps ahead just to fucking live. I would have loved to see that. And my biggest thing was like, what did Kang really need Janet for at all?
Did you not watch the movie?
No, I did, but comics Kang would never need Janet.
Okay,
that's my point.
But
that was my question too. Like,
I don't. Okay, but like, what are we? I don't know if we have the time to play the comic versus movie game.
We're not playing it. I'm just saying it didn't.
You don't have to. Like, so okay, so like, just think about this. So Janet fucks off from the quantum realm, leaving him with his giant energy core there. What was he doing during all that time?
He was building, bro.
No, he was building during the 30 years she was there. No, she was building the 30 years she was there. He was just sitting down brooding. This fucking Janet went away, left me without my core. Like, is that what he was doing?
Yeah, because he's not.
He built the
smart.
Armada. This one was not.
This was not smart. Yeah, the way they displayed him, he's not smart because fucking. Well, I mean, if you've I don't know. At this point, fuck you. Spoilers. Darren Cross is MODOK, and apparently Darren Cross did all the tech work for him, right?
I guess.
Ouch, yeah.
Well, I guess he literally said it. He's the one who like found the little portals from Cassie and sucked them all in there. And like he's been doing all this stuff for Kang and gave him a reason to live because he made him into MODOK. But yeah, he made him into MODOK, so I don't know how the technology.
That's my point. Because he has a super advanced technology, and you're telling me the only thing he can't replicate with his future technology is PIM particles? Is that
he didn't make that technology, though. He just has that technology.
He seems like he knows how to use it.
He can use it, but I can use a car. It doesn't mean I can make one.
Yeah, but he built an empire there.
True. Yeah, but building an empire is not fucking discovering PIM particles.
At the same time, though, where did all those massive weaponized turrets come from? What were they powered by? And they were huge. Several of them.
From his future, making a giant gun is like the equivalent of me making an ice cream sandwich. It's easy. They taught that in 2nd grade.
Sure. Well,
he's in Florida now. There's no education down there.
But if making gun turrets is the same as making ice cream as like an ice cream stand, then I feel like he should have had enough. Like he would have MacGyvered. That's the key. Kang is MacGyver anywhere he goes. So I don't understand why he was so hung up on the chronosphere. Just I'll make another and I'll come and get you. But
I think they did him dirty with that.
They did.
That's all.
I don't. Well, maybe, but the problem I have with Marvel is they don't know how to make villains who have an escalation of power.
Yeah, it's true.
That makes sense. Well, pitting them against kind of the shittiest powered Avenger.
Yeah.
I'm going to take back the kinda.
Yeah.
The Wasp at least can fly, so he's just the worst, right?
Hey,
I mean,
you show some
Hawkeye.
Disrespect to Hawkeye. Exactly.
Hawkeye.
Don't you forget.
You put some disrespect on Hawkeye's name.
You put some disrespect on that name.
Somebody get some BBQ sauce to go with that disrespect on his name.
Second worst Avenger. But
He
like,
has
so
some power.
So he has to fight this guy that, like they show him a high level of power. He has telekinesis, and guess he can't technically read minds, but he has this technology level, and he can go anywhere in time if he has his little time balls. But he has his ship back, and he has all these things. And I'm not going to talk about the fact that if you touch his neurokinetic ship, somehow you can read his brain. Like that's bad ship design, sir.
Very convenient.
That's a bug, not a feature.
They fixed it in the next release. It's just, I just couldn't get it.
Yeah, they
have the quantum realm.
Just ship it.
It keeps giving people secrets to anyone who touches the ship. That is not a good feature, sir. They'll love it.
No one is ever going to look under the hood, Jared. No one.
Yeah,
no one's going to touch someone else's ship.
That was exactly it. It was like, nobody's going to touch it. It's just yours. Just don't let anybody touch it. Oh, okay. Yeah. Easy enough to do.
Simple. So who knows what Kang's powers are and how they work, but they were really good.
I don't think even
they were
knows.
really good until they didn't need to be good. Yeah. And then they broke his suit. And then he died by
plot.
Absorption.
Death.
He died by death. Exactly.
He died
the worst way to go.
I mean, that is
he died
fair.
by the slowest acting Pym particles in the whole MCU. Took like a minute when they're usually instantaneous until they sucked him in. It was like, all right.
For the record,
delayed blast Pym particles.
For the record, the canon powers and abilities says he has no superhuman abilities, but
he's just a dude.
Historical scholar, master physicist specializing time travel, engineer, and technician. Those should be enough for him.
Where to get telekinesis from?
Which Kang?
It's the suit.
Which Kang has those abilities?
It seems like all of them have that.
No, you can't. There's too many.
Well,
even that one that looked like a zombie, even the one that looked like a mummy.
Yeah, he just
that doesn't even exfoliate.
He just does everything in Egyptian. It's fine.
Not that guy. I mean, that guy is a mummy. I meant the guy with like the skin that was like really weird.
Some have different stuff. Like Ramatut Kang has an ultra diode ray gun that has the ability to sap the wills of human beings.
Yeah, see, they're all different. I bet you one is just like, I can like make a mean BLT and coked out.
Coked out Kang.
What's your power? What's your power, Kang?
White lines.
What's your power? Drugs. I like them and I do them. That's
not
a power.
Nothing.
Let me show you.
Can we get all the Kangs to the whiteboard? Crack Kang, what the fuck are you doing? Crack Kang, stop. Cocaine and Red Bull don't go together, but it gives me wings, son.
When I do crack, it gives me super strength. Oh yeah, show us.
To steal this radio out this car.
It gives you the power to boost Honda Civics.
Do you think Dave Chappelle's going to sue us, or we're fine?
No,
right?
we're good. No,
he doesn't need our money. We ain't got none to take.
He can't patent crackheads. Yeah. That's for the world.
That's probably true. Coming off crack cocaine Kang.
That's my favorite Kang. Crack Kang.
Crack Kang. So like, what is this movie? It's setting up the multiverse
again.
It's
like the sixth movie to set up the multiverse.
I thought the multiverse was set up by Loki season 1 and also Doctor Strange season movie 2.
What about Spider-Man No Way Home?
Haven't heard of it.
What about Morbius?
We don't talk about
Morbius does set it up. No, that's true.
No, it's true. Yeah, Vulture.
Sadly, weekly.
Yeah.
But it sets up the Venomverse. We don't talk about that here.
We don't talk about the Venomverse. Nobody should.
We don't talk about no. Anyways.
So at this point, I feel like the multiverse should be deep into like the
cerebellum.
Either the fixing or like the main like problem of the multiverse. They're still just setting up the multiverse. It's like multiverse is old news.
You're right, because in Loki, like, I don't know, Caretaker Kang or like Architect Kang was
what was his name? The man at the end of time or something.
The right at the end of time.
Like he hinted, he already laid it out. Something wicked this way comes, and then this Kang just reminded everybody, but he was more militant. So at that point, I agree. Like, lay it out. What and they keep hinting at it. Like, I've seen the end, but what if
did that as well?
What if did that? What if was good?
But it's again setting up the multiverse again.
They're like, if you didn't watch our Disney Plus shows, here's what the multiverse is, making watching those unneeded completely. Well, now we know, and for God's sake, do something with the multiverse. Like, actually, like, do something.
Maybe they knew the strike was coming, the writer strike was coming, and they're trying to pad for time. But time isn't what you think it is, son.
sit down, Crack Kang. Stay out of this.
Week. You can't get rid of me.
So just to recap here, after Quantumania, it was Guardians of the Galaxy 3, but wasn't that actually done before? In the timeline?
Oh, was it? I haven't watched it yet.
I don't think it matters. I think they happen at the same time, roughly, like in the universe.
But they don't worry about the quantum verse.
No, and thankfully, Guardians of the Galaxy spoilers not really spoilers, but it doesn't touch on the multiverse. Much.
That's a good thing.
And then Secret Invasion, not really. It's worried about the whole Skrull thing. Do we know what the next movie is in
the Marvels?
No. Oh, like Captain Marvel. Yeah. I thought you were talking about the Eternals. I'm like, nope, they should not make another one of those.
No, the Marvels.
They're not gonna touch on any multiverse thing on that one, are they? Well,
they should.
They got money.
They might.
They got money.
Either like do it and make it so something's happening with the multiverse, like they're actually doing something about it, or just don't even talk about it. So if I get one more fucking tree limbs showing the multiverse, well, here's the branch is off, it creates a new branch, and now all the branches are all branching off. Oh no, the branches are converging. Oh my god! And scene. Credits. If I get that one more time.
So, I'm looking at the phases here. So we are in Phase 5. Ant-Man and the Wasp started Phase 5, and then it was Guardians of the Galaxy. The next one is the Marvels, followed by Deadpool 3, Captain America: Brave New World, Thunderbolts, and then allegedly Blade. Thunderbolts is fascinating to me because apparently that's like about Thunderbolt Ross, and Harrison Ford is now playing Thunderbolt Ross, and he's going to be the Red Hulk. That's a whole fucking thing.
What the fuck?
Can't wait.
It's easy.
I think I'm going to die in Phase 10.
Well, Phase 6 starts in 2025, so based on this, you might die too soon. I don't know.
Oh, God. I can't live through another 5 phases.
It's another
moment of silence. Moment of silence for Spencer.
Anyways, Phase 6 is only Fantastic Four, and then Avengers: The Kang Dynasty, and then Avengers: Secret Wars.
Oh, Avengers: The Kang Dynasty, huh? Wow.
Yeah.
Way to fucking bury the lead there.
No, it's not Kang Dynasty. You misread it. It's Rang Dynasty, his cousin, played by The Rock.
Sorry, Krang from the Turtles.
Yeah. It's Krang. It's Krang from the Ninja Turtles.
I'm here for that.
It's Fang, as in the multi
Foom Fang Foom.
Fing
No.
Foom.
Big Fang
and the
Foom.
head is Mark Zuckerberg.
No, it's the Lang Dynasty.
Oh my god!
It's hey guys, I'm Kang. How you doing? How's your mother?
Lang?
Say hi to your mother for me.
Say hi to your mother for me. Yeah, it's my dynasty. I'm gonna tell you.
All right,
it's the Scott Lang Dynasty now.
I hate it. You know what? For that, I'm segueing us out of this.
Do
shit.
it. Save us.
Let's move. We've done our popcorning, whatever that was. We sprinkled popcorn everywhere. Now we're gonna try not to fall into some big plot holes we found in this movie.
These are the legit plot holes.
What does that mean?
All the other shit we talked about was we're just having fun. This is the stuff
off the
we're
back
gonna
of a
get to
truck.
the bottom to.
They were like the illegitimate stepchildren of these real plot holes.
Yeah,
That's what you're saying?
exactly.
Some would say the red-haired bastard children.
I don't
of
think
the
you
real
should
plot
use that
house.
slur on my podcast, sir.
Yeah.
You put
I
some
have-
respect on.
I'm
you put
sorry,
Some respect
I
on
meant-
that hue, son.
Yeah,
I meant
I got some
strawberry
red in my
disgusting.
beard.
Thank
I'm
you.
sorry.
That is the correct terminology for my people.
You
Listen,
prefer to
let's
be
just-
called soulless monsters?
no, strawberry disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Really?
Yes.
Shame on
Get
y'all.
cultured.
Love
You know
thyself.
Culture.
Love thyself.
Chris, you had objections I didn't care for. So why don't you tell us about your plot hole first? Let's see what you got. What do you bring?
Yeah. So thanks to Maury Povich, we do not get any
Shout out.
DNA.
R.I.P.
Yeah. We don't get any DNA reveal with respect to who the hell Cassie's real father is, because I don't know where she gets these smarts, this intellect from. Where the fuck did it come from? I don't get it. Like, no, I don't. She's not. When did she become a genius? When?
Yeah.
How?
Somewhere between the blip and when Scott came back. Was she
In
a
5
kid in the
years?
second movie? How old was she in the second movie?
Yeah, she was a kid in the second movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was like 10 or like
Okay.
11 or
And
something.
then she shows up at the end of Avengers Endgame older as well.
yeah,
Right.
and a different actress.
And looking
Yeah.
very different. Yeah.
Yeah,
from the
exactly.
one, from
At least, you know what? They should have at least said, "Oh, while you were gone, I just studied trying to figure out how to get you back
That
to
would
any
have been
kind
a
of
hell of a.
science."
I'm in MIT now, or something.
Instead of
She's
just
like
everyone
15.
being smart. Every
No,
kid in the MCU is
like-
a genius.
No, not all of them.
Who
Name
is it?
one dumb kid.
Every
Do it.
Eternal.
Well,
There you
they're
go.
not kids.
They're not children. They're robots, sir.
Spoilers.
They're automatons, sir.
My bad. Okay.
Name one dumb
You
child.
think on it, and we'll let Crap
Tony
Kang fill in the
Stark's
time.
daughter.
No,
She's
Tony
not a-
Stark's
But
daughter.
she's a child.
You just said
a
not all
fucking
kids
idiot.
are geniuses.
She's a child. We don't even know what she's capable of.
Fucking
We don't know.
You're
idiot,
onto
that
something
kid.
because all of the like teenagers are fucking geniuses. All of them.
Hold on, let's not move along. Tony Stark's daughter is fucking not even smart enough to save her dad's life. What an idiot!
Jesus.
That's right. Fuck that kid.
What was that? Love
Wow.
You 3000? Should have been 3000 plus one. He might have saved his life.
Yeah.
Wow. Aren't you are all of you parents? What the fuck
Yo,
is wrong
fuck
with you?
Yeah. You wouldn't understand what it's like. Sir.
Yeah, exactly.
You never seen what we've seen, son.
From what I'm hearing, I don't think I want to understand.
Listen,
I
I'm
didn't
jealous
say the
of
kid was
Crack
stupid.
Kang.
I'm
Does
just
that
saying-
explain enough?
You know. See how it really works is when you have to change that dirty diaper. Ain't nobody coming to save you.
Okay, but here's the thing. Even if every kid in this is a genius, why?
Let's just name the
Why
kids.
is that?
Okay.
Riri Williams is one.
Yep.
She's Ironheart.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
The new
you
Black
got
Panther.
The new Black Panther. What's her name?
Shuri.
Yep.
Shuri.
But that makes sense, and they world
Yeah.
built around her. That makes total sense, and they
Yes.
explain her.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
She's
Riri also
Wakanda.
makes sense too.
What about that little kid from Iron Man 3?
I don't know
I think
what
he
his
was a
deal
genius too.
Oh, he's not a
Appar-
genius.
No, he
Apparently,
was.
he had potential, and
Potential.
Like, yeah.
He wasn't a genius.
No, he was like
Miss-
working on shit, like on his
Miss
suits.
Marvel, from the TV series, is also
her
a
best friend.
genius.
Is she a
she's
genius?
She's not.
not.
Her best friend is.
No, she's not a genius.
She's
So-
not.
Which kid are you talking about from Miss Marvel?
Kamala Khan.
Correct.
Her name?
But she has
Oh.
Bruno, her best friend Bruno.
Oh fuck, you're right. He is a
He's
genius.
a genius.
Fuck, you're right.
Legit. He is.
Yeah.
What about
And then-
America? What's her face?
Chavez?
Herrera.
Chavez,
Yeah.
she's not a genius.
But she's from, I don't know what her story, I don't know if she is. I kind of feel like she might be a normal teen.
Yeah.
And she's
Has
from a utopia.
Anyways, what's your point? What's your point about this movie? Because
I already said it. I said we don't know who the father is. Would somebody open up this envelope and reveal the results of this DNA test? Because Scott Lang is not that child's
you're
father.
saying it's not Scott Lang.
Oh, you say
I
Scott
don't
like
think it is.
stupid?
No, well, I didn't say that. I said he's not a genius.
To be fair, he's the
He's
guy who
good at a
figured
thief.
out how to hack the thing and save like one penny and collect millions of dollars.
I admire you so much.
He's an engineer.
I believe. Yeah.
Wait, what?
I say he's an engineer in the first movie.
In the first movie, in his belt to like.
Oh God, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like moderately.
But he's not fucking building Hubble telescopes on the quantum realm.
Let's just say it like it is. He was working at Baskin Robbins.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's because of his criminal past.
Oh yeah, you put
because of
that
his intelligence.
Yeah, you think Tony Stark would have been working at a Baskin Robbins if he had a criminal past?
No, because it's nepotism. His dad owned a billion-dollar company.
It's my
sounds
company.
Sounds like you just don't know how to pick yourself up from your bootstraps.
That's right. Sounds like you don't have enough chutzpah.
You know what?
Oh God, I don't think I want to allow you to use that word, Chris.
Yeah, you're
Then
not.
you say it.
That's our word.
Yeah,
I could use another word that none of y'all could use, but
that is true, and that's your word.
and that's your word.
I will keep that in my back pocket.
So
yeah.
So your point is what? That is like,
where'd she get it? She's like, I don't get how she was able to just like show up, recast as a different actress, and now she's got the same level of intellect as one Tony.
Hear me out. What if Hank Pym got the ants to take semen out of his body?
That's
no.
Okay, now you're going where I thought you were gonna go.
Why did you have to go to semen?
His seed,
Okay,
son. His seed.
Luciano, when a man and a woman love each other very much, or when a man has the scientific knowledge in order to inseminate women without their consent, the use of ants.
So what you're saying is when a man jacks off with insects, is that what you're saying?
No.
He doesn't jack off with the insects jack
How
him
do you
off.
know? How do you know?
That's not where I was gonna
They
go.
do the work. Why would he do the work?
I don't need that image.
Why can't listen? Like y'all are making this very, very complicated. Hank simply needs to extract his seed and let the ant and shrink the vial down and the ants down, and they go and deliver that in the ovum. And
But then they're tiny semen, even tinier than normal.
Yeah.
He could work it out. He knows maths.
Yeah.
And then Maggie Lang could carry the child.
He used his stupid particle to like increase the size of a pizza. He can do that with
No,
sperm.
you're overthinking it. He just finishes on the ants, and they crawl in.
Oh, nasty!
And
that's even by
you brought me here.
Standards.
You brought me here.
I did not pay your bus fare.
Like,
I regret everything.
He was splurging on that anthill. Is that what you're saying?
You know
like,
what?
What the fuck?
Sorry.
How long have you been waiting for that?
Did you say splurge?
Splurging?
That's
buying
not the
them?
word.
He was buying gifts for that anthill. Expensive gifts to win them over.
It was an investment, okay?
It was a splurge of sperm.
He invested all over that anthill.
No. He was gifting them gifts, expensive gifts, so they would be okay with this plan. Okay?
I'm comfortable with this.
I don't know why I went to splurging. I guess
Stop
it was
saying
there was a surplus of sperm and he splurged.
Well, now I'll never be able to think of splurge without thinking of something completely different.
Saying it like it's okay.
Then my work here is done.
Bastard.
I'm gonna splurge and get myself some ice cream tonight.
Does anybody have a little bump to help me get past this psychologically?
No, you need a breath mint, Chris? Is that what you need?
Chris, what I do have is maybe a segue. Maybe we can take on another plot hole and
I want you to
this one.
seg the shit out of this way.
Please. No amount of Baskin Robbins can help us.
No, it's fine. We can do this. What we do here have is an opportunity to splurge on another plot hole.
Such a stretch.
It's like a mushroom stand on my cerebellum.
And why don't I go to the splurge master himself? Luciano, what do you got?
I thought that one for sure was going to be me.
I mean, it could have been any of you.
It could have been anyone.
Oh my god. It hurts.
So, what I'm going to splurge on is...
Too far.
I know.
That doesn't even make sense.
I know.
shooting ropes.
The original didn't make sense, so what difference does it make? So,
that's nasty.
My problem with this movie is the whole, what I'm calling ants ex machina that happened in this thing. So, they all get sucked into the quantum realm, and they
Yes.
all go kind of like they got splurged into the quantum realm.
Oh, no,
one would
too
say.
far.
Just let it go.
done.
Let
It's
it,
dead.
let it
I'm
go.
not-
It
never.
Sick
You-
man.
He killed. It's already dead.
and like they all go in, and then conveniently again, everything about this movie is just contrived. They went through some time dilation where they became an advanced technocratic socialist society of ants that for some reason still follow Hank Pym because he has a bad ear and has to wear a communicator. I don't understand. Like
You know that's not a reason, right? You're just making
know.
more statements.
You're just picking
Yes.
on him.
I know.
Bad.
There's
He's
no reason.
old.
I have no fun. The whole is like it's not really a plot hole. It's a plot problem in this case that they just solved the problem they had with Kang, with everything actually, really, with the ants. It's just like it's so contrived, it's so lazy, it's so boring,
Convenient.
That's the thing with this movie. Everything is convenient and contrived with this movie.
I'm just glad they didn't like stay in there an extra day and become another 1,000 years advanced and just come back and take over the entire universe.
Maybe they should have.
Maybe
Put us out of our misery.
or they could. Good thing they weren't techno fascists. They just come back and
they were techno socialists. That's
No, thank God.
Our advent. Yeah.
imagine they came back and they're like, we don't accept your rights. We're the future, baby.
I don't like the way you talk.
We're 2,000 years ahead of you, and you don't get to vote.
Boy, I tell you what. I don't like it.
That took a turn again.
I'm just thinking like they could have gone in any direction, and or I'm just happy they weren't like.
And that's the thing; they could have gone in any direction, but they still went after Hank.
All right, like
They listened. They heeded the call.
I, for one, accept our new insect overlords.
I just want to take a little. Like, I understand Luciano's complaint, but I do want to take a little moment here to be like, you can't just be mad at a story because it does a thing, because then you shouldn't
not?
watch movies anymore.
Of course I can.
What about when that thing is dumb?
Ant power.
Right there.
Well, you got me there. It's a very strong argument against whatever saying.
Oh God!
We're doing
Mike-
the squishing now. And
want
power.
I want antenna from kicking your ass. Ant power.
You think we forgot about the magnifying glasses?
You destroyed too many of our communities. We don't want you here. Ant power.
You splurged all over our ancestors.
You desecrated our family.
Wait, so you get to use it, but I don't. I coined it. I'm gonna use it forever. Anyway,
So, anyways, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania.
yeah,
So what you're saying is you did not care. It's a plot hole in the sense that they didn't come up with anything like a way that Scott and or the Wasp solved this problem.
yeah. They just picking from the actual term Deus Ex Machina. It's just like some super powerful, super advanced force from basically outside the entire plot because they weren't there. Just came and solved their problem. It wasn't really that's not a story that's like a contrivance. A contrivance like, oh, okay, Ant-Man, ooh, so clever. Like fuck you. That's like childish writing, and it pissed me off when I saw it. So that's what I'm complaining about.
Yeah, okay, but like, so how do you want to solve this problem then? Like, Ant-Man, you can't use ants. He's no longer associated with the ants. You want to change his name?
He can use ants.
Apparently, you just said he couldn't.
The ants can't be the most powerful thing in the world or in the quantum verse. Quantum verse? Quantum realm? Whatever. One of those. Yeah. Like it's just lazy. Like use the ants, great. Because I thought they were gonna do something about it because when Bill Murray says, "Oh, what are ants?" Right? I said, "Oh, okay, this is gonna be something there." Right? Because they don't know what ants are, blah blah blah, they don't know how they work. I thought Scott was going to do something, not Hank Pym. But then they were just like, no, our ants, they're like gigantic ants and they have ant-shaped ships and shaped lasers and N-shaped dildos. And they're just gonna fuck Kang up.
You
when I
said
called them.
dildos, and you couldn't have said they're going to splurge on Kang. You don't know how to use that word at all.
You just
do you?
can't.
I thought I wasn't allowed.
Well,
No, it's
you said
our word
properly.
now.
It's our word.
Listen,
Yeah, we take it
our
from
word.
you.
Just play the George Lucas card and take the money and let us take the wheel.
Yeah, we
No,
got this.
If I take the money, I'm gonna splurge.
You forgot that all Avengers
That
go
was your
stupid
last one.
eventually.
What was that, Matt?
Yeah,
Sorry,
thanks.
Matt, go
You forgot that all Avengers go stupid. Whether it's the third or fourth movie, Thor.
But
Thor-
am I supposed to excuse it?
No. Well, yes, because why not?
Oh, against that ironclad argument, what can I ever say?
Well, because like if your complaint is that the ants can't solve Ant-Man's problems, that's fair. But Ant-Man's gone stupid.
Yes. Well,
So-
He can.
yeah.
He can't solve the problem.
Clearly,
Hank
he
Pym's
was
too old.
Yeah.
You can't have him do anything with his body to solve the problem.
I don't know.
Wasn't
Michelle
there another
Pfeiffer-
character in the movie?
I'm sorry. The Wasp and Michelle
Oh,
Pfeiffer
her.
are women. They can't solve this problem.
Oh wow, Matt!
Don't
I
wow
see how
me,
it
wow
is.
Marvel.
No,
Titled the movie Ant-Man and the
And the
Wasp.
Wasp,
And the Wasp
it's-
shows up at... And the
Yeah.
one thing the Wasp does, she sacrifices herself to save Scott, and they steal that from her instantly.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, "No."
I was mad at that too.
For the
It's like,
other Cassie.
oh, they're gonna stay there. No, they're not gonna stay there. It's
You thought
fine.
you had a hero moment, boy. Yoink. Is there a reason why? Like, I thought he was going to solve the problem. Like, does he not have a limit on how much he can grow now because he's so small?
So this is a good question. When he went to go to the probability storm,
Yes.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
he shrunk 5 times, I think, by the number of
Something like
times he
that.
pressed it. I thought you couldn't go more than 2, or else you hit the quantum realm. But once you hit the quantum realm,
no. It's
you
free
just,
for
you
all.
just keep going. Just
Sure.
layers.
and
Once you're there,
he shrunk the time
Chrono
thingy,
ball.
chrono ball,
energy core.
Thank you,
chrono
Richard.
energy core ball. He shrunk it, but
He popped out of it.
him and Hope popped out of it.
Yeah, I was so pissed at that. It was like, what?
How?
Yeah.
They were using quantum entanglement.
Also, why did like one pim particle in there not work, but when they shot like
A
4,
bunch of them
then it worked, and then also all the probabilities kind of coalesced.
reabsorbed. Right.
That was a quantum singularity.
That's
thank
just
you.
science.
You know, you
everybody,
can't
everybody
just
knows that.
toss quantum in front of something to make
Yes,
it.
we can.
That's a quantum explanation right there. For
Yeah, it's right there. It's
Oh.
it's classic
Go,
quantum explaining.
Go quantum fuck yourself. How about
Okay,
that?
I'm so glad you went in that direction. And also, why, like, the whole idea with Pym particles is it essentially just like everything Spider-Man would dream to have with with web cartridges, because they always seem to have enough Pym particles, and
Yeah.
I thought it was a semi-limited resource, but it doesn't seem like they've always just got fucking shuriken
Quantum storage.
He
Quantum
grows a
storage.
pizza
Of
with
course.
it.
Yeah.
He grows a pizza with it.
Right.
Yeah.
So I guess they just rolling in it.
Yep.
One plot hole that stood out to me, really took me out of the movie, was MODOK, and not just the CGI on his gigantic head, but I'm actually talking about the character of him. Because if I recall, Darren Cross was a pretty serious villain,
Sociopathic killer.
sociopathic
Yeah.
killer, killing. He turned one guy into goo, flushed him down the toilet. He tried to kill the 10-year-old girl, or
6. Looks like at least half that.
6, just nearly double as evil.
Yep,
And
that's right.
then he comes down to the quantum realm, and all of a sudden he's Jerry Seinfeld. Who, what's the deal with my big head? It's so big.
He wasn't as funny as Jerry Seinfeld. Let's
Sorry.
be honest.
Fine, Dane Cook.
At
Okay.
least.
Dane
Okay.
Cook.
There you go. There you go.
Dan Cook on his best comedic day ever.
That bad?
Yeah.
Wow.
That bad?
Yeah.
So my question is, what happened? What made him go from Hannibal Lecter-esque to the far more scary Dane Cook-esque.
So we have
he's evil. Is that what you're saying? With the
Yeah.
So I think if we have Veb, and Veb's family, siblings, offspring, I don't know what chain, but you drink the goo and you speak, you can understand what everybody says.
Right.
Is there like a
comedy
Veb,
juice?
a Veb cousin? Yeah, like
One
I
that
don't
gets
know.
you high?
Well, or like not high like
Crack
cocaine.
Kang's like, what?
Say word.
We got quantum drugs down here?
Yo,
I'm thinking
run
more
that.
like remember bath salts?
The one that turned you into a zombie?
Quantum bath salt or quantum meth, if you will.
Quantum meth.
Quantum bath bombs.
Yeah, like sure. I think that he like
Is that what was inside that little vat where he was when he became MODOK?
Yeah, I think that. Yeah,
Quantum bat salts.
That
Yeah,
tracks.
and like
Okay.
they come, those little guys that were all like looked like crystals or gas that ran around and kind of just on the side of the
They're
road.
the drugs.
It's them. Yeah.
They're the drugs.
They're the drugs. So
Yeah.
you snort them and you become Dane Cook.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god. That's the worst drug I've ever heard in my life.
It's the darkest timeline. That's why Kang was trying to destroy the rebels. It's not that he's evil. It's that he's trying to prevent Dane Cook from multiple.
You know what?
Yeah, I can get behind that.
I'm a gang fan all of a sudden.
He knows how it ends. And it ain't pretty.
Do you think that like it was part of like the thing that happened to him? Because what they try to say, if I'm remembering correctly, is that he became a giant head with baby legs and feet and hands and arms.
That
or
we
whatever.
know.
And a baby butt because they showed
And
it
a
to
baby
us.
butt.
Which we needed to see.
Lest we forget.
We
baby
needed
butt.
to see that.
They spent
Yeah.
money on them cheeks.
They put
it's true.
the CGI artist put days, if not weeks, into designing that miniature
that
butt
ass.
for us.
They had meetings on their calendars. Let's talk about the baby butt.
Okay,
Cheeks.
3D rotations, everybody. Let's get
How-
going. Okay.
How small? How plump?
Yeah, how sag? Should it sag? It should
Do we
sag a little
show
bit.
hole?
Mm-hmm.
Question mark? Underlined?
Yeah.
Liver spots. Mm-hmm.
So do you think part of like because they say that it happened because he was shrinking uncontrollably as the only person ever to do that ever in the history of ever? Do you think that that's what like his head got swollen but his brain shrunk? That's why he became Dane Cook from being a scientist.
Whoa. Dane Cook does have a small brain. This tracks.
This is now the Dane Cook Trash Podcast.
And another thing about Dane Cook.
Yes, but I think it's more like Dr. Dan Cross, Mr. Dane Cook. So he oscillates between the two because he does create the technology.
And there's
right?
the letters are the same.
Yeah,
I hadn't
right?
even noticed actually.
Whoa,
Facts, bruh.
Guys,
Plot
we
twist.
just tapped into something here.
Facts.
Was this planned from day one when they
think
created Darren Cross?
I think that's the plot. They just forgot to show. The director's extended cut will definitely cover all of it.
I just imagine some like British
have
director,
him doing stand up like the
giant head,
the giant head and a tiny microphone.
and
You
he's
know,
like,
my mentor, Christ checks.
"Women, am I right?"
Yeah.
Small crowd tonight.
It's just a couple of those zombie soldiers feeling like,
Yeah.
shoots one of them, they dissipate into dust.
I'd watch that.
Right, peons.
Yeah, I think that you know what. All of a sudden, I like this character a lot more. It's even more tragic to become Dane
Spencer,
Cook.
Spencer, you raise a point because I guess why MODOK? How MODOK? What MODOK?
Yeah.
Where MODOK?
MODOK
When
has so
MODOK?
much potential, and it's
Yes.
unfortunately like this movie falls prey to the curse of the third sequel. Too much going on. Kang's enough, people.
Oh,
Kang's
yeah.
more than enough.
And the thing that pisses me off is that they ruined what could have been a pretty cool villain because now MODOK is dead. I can't make it again. That would be
Can you
dumb.
make MODOK cool though in real live
Yes.
action? That's a better question. But
No.
he's got
They've done
such
it.
tiny arms and legs.
It wasn't. I ask you to that. I ask you this: was Dr. Evil cool?
No.
The guy from Austin Powers.
I wasn't asking you.
Are you talking about Dr. Evil from Austin Powers?
Yes, sir.
No, he wasn't cool.
Of course
Yeah.
he was cool. It was
What?
cool
He
to
wasn't
have
cool.
to have Dr. Evil in.
Oh, it was cool to have him as a villain. Sure,
Correct.
He wasn't cool in any way.
That's not the point. The point is, like, cool as a villain.
Oh,
As a-
okay.
period.
Chris, I don't know if you've watched Austin Powers. I assume if you're going to raise him up, those were what the kids call comedy movies. And
Chris, I have
this
another question.
Was a comic book movie.
Yeah.
Do you have the Dane Cook brain?
Why, yes, I do.
Do you like shotgunning beers? Because you might have the Dane Cook brain.
All the time.
Do you wear Axe body spray?
I drink it through my ears.
Uh-oh. He's gone full blown Dane Cook.
Yeah, you never go full Dane Cook.
Ah, good luck, Chuck.
Everybody knows you don't go full Dane Cook.
You never go full Dane.
I got to be honest with you. I don't know enough about Dan Cook to make any fun references.
I just did. I just named one movie. but-
One of his one movie.
Yeah.
He was also in the first season of American Gods. That's all I remember.
Was he?
Wait, what? Was?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah,
was. What's her face's boyfriend?
Yeah,
no,
you're right.
I'm
you're
sorry.
Right.
That wasn't. I get it, but that wasn't him, though.
That was
It
Dan
wasn't?
Cook. What do you mean it wasn't him?
I wish it was. I love that you think it
No,
was Dane
it is
Cook.
Dan Cook. Look it up.
It's
Google
not
it.
Dane
We're gonna vamp right now. It
Yeah.
is.
It's not.
Sorry, it's
He was
God.
Robbie Burton.
Read it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What?
Robbie Burton.
You mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
who
He
is
was
the
Dane
main?
Cook.
Who's the main character? Like not Ian McShane, but the other character.
Shadow.
What's
What?
his name?
What is this?
Shadow.
American Gods
Shadow
podcast?
Moon.
So
Let him
Shadow
know.
Shadow Moon's girlfriend is cheating on him
Yes.
with this Robbie Burton guy, and that's Dan
Yeah.
Cook.
It's Dane Cook.
Robbie Burton.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're
Oh,
correct.
I thought you were
man.
talking about Mad Sweeney. Okay, never mind. That's fine.
Matt Sweeney is
Guys,
Different. I thought you were confusing with Pablo.
Matt Sweeney is
Schreiber.
fucking Master Chief. Figure
I
your life
know.
out.
That's why I was like, "Yo."
well,
Okay,
we
cool.
did it, guys.
Carry on.
Back to the Ant-Man podcast.
No, it's done now. This is the Dane Cook podcast now.
You know.
Welcome to hell. You're in it, listeners.
Anyways,
Come too far.
And
This is
then
our
Dane
talk.
Cook, after that, he
Yeah.
went on to make this show.
it would have made more sense for MODOK to show up in the first season of American Gods than it did for him to show up here.
okay.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's hard to disagree with that. I think
Yeah.
I think we
Airtight.
nailed it. I think we got the most reasonable explanation for why his personality took a front flip into Dumbsville.
It was the Jar Jar Binks. They thought they were doing like a C-3PO in the first couple of movies comedy thing where it's like, oh, it's not light and refreshing. And it was more like Jar Jar Binks comedy where it's just like, you ruined this.
I'm just gonna comedy goes in threes. You never go full Jar Jar. you never go full Jar Jar.
It's sad. MODOK has a lot of potential, and
Yeah.
I've seen
That-
him done right before. So
I don't think
weird.
he works live action. He looks too
Well, not
silly.
with that face.
not
Well,
with
that face doesn't help at
Corey,
all.
Not even Corey Stoll could bring that back. Like you couldn't. He couldn't even. He's like he was fighting back the cringe laughs.
Yeah.
You wanna show him, but it's like Spencer's right. Like it's hard to show him live action because in order to show MODOK and all his glory, it's just impossible to do it with a human face.
Definitely
he
with a
needed
human
to
face.
have like an alien face where it wouldn't have looked so fucking weird. Like you just took clip art and stretched it.
If that is a great description. If they just kept his helmet on even the whole time and you just hear Darren's voice, that would have been much better. Everybody that sees that MODOK on screen, like my wife walked in while I was watching it and she just saw him and she just starts laughing.
You
Like, it's
burst
like,
laughing, yeah.
You can't not laugh at it. It's if it were like meant for comedy purely the visuals,
Yeah,
it was hilarious.
Yeah.
But
You
can't
the
unsee
problem is
that.
it shouldn't have, like, they paint him when Bill Murray describes him as an assassin and blah blah blah. You can't have his first appearance be like, "Oh, hey Cassie, how's it going?"
Oh yeah, that the first line.
Oh, something like that. Yeah.
But at least
he's talking to Scott.
But he earned his catharsis, right? He earned it because she told him, "Don't be a dick."
Yep.
And that was
And then he was like,
I'm just gonna listen
look
to
at me, I'm such a dick. I'm such a
that
dick.
speech she gave him was so powerful.
Yeah.
riveting.
It
Oscar
changed
worthy.
my life. It was everything.
It feels a lot like how Riri Williams got grafted into the Black Panther movie, where a character shows up and they want to add the character to the MCU, but it just feels bolted on and doesn't feel like it fits the story.
Should I watch that movie? I haven't watched it yet.
You should.
No,
That was worth
I
watching.
hated it.
Okay.
I liked Quantumania more than I liked Wakanda Forever.
Shame on you. End the podcast.
Sorry,
End it.
guys.
End it now.
End it. Okay, I'll watch it.
We're going to move on to my plot hole.
Hey,
Uh-oh.
okay, that sounds like fun.
Matt, what's your plot hole?
Thanks, Spencer. Good job. My plot hole is really around the idea that no one in this mononucleosis family.
That's the what? You're making fun
Quantum
of my
family.
splurge. You're
Shut up.
making fun of my
Family
splurge.
dynamics.
Shut up. I'm talking about my plot hole.
Microscopic family?
No one uses their words. All these smart, genius people, and Scott, none of them use their words to describe what's happening or to give people insight in what's going on. A minor version is when Cassie could have easily told her dad, drink the ooze, then you'll understand them. She just said, hey, Dad, drink the ooze. Trust me.
Meanwhile, looking like she's bleeding from her mouth.
Yeah.
Correct. And more frustratingly, Janet refuses to tell anybody why she's so scared of the quantum realm. And it's fine at the beginning when she's just like, oh, I just escaped there. I didn't want to talk about it because I just want to live here with you guys. I was in there for 30 years. All right, fine. But when they get there and she's like, watch out for the evil ships and blah, 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 duck this, duck that.
Lower your voice.
Lower your
and all that
voice.
stuff. Yeah.
And they get on the ship and then they're flying places. And then even after fucking Krylar shows up and tries to murder them, Bill Murray shows up. Thank you. She basically refuses to tell him anything about Kang or why they should be scared or what they're trying to do. And it's fine at the beginning, but then it just becomes a lazy thing to drag out the plot because, much to Luciano's point, they have too many things to do.
Yeah.
And it's so I just want to know, to me, how does this movie go if she actually just, as soon as it gets to the quantum realm and they duck it, she tells them the Kang story?
I don't think it would have changed much.
I think she just, right away, they get shrunken down. She just goes, first things first. I was banging down here, just so you know.
Yeah. Bill Murray was here.
I
couldn't help myself.
Henry,
I wasn't going to tell you about it
there was no way home.
There's no way home. I thought I'd never see it. I wasn't going to tell you about it. I wasn't going to tell you about it in the regular realm. But in the quantum realm, shit gets crazy. There are no rules.
His name was Krylar Dong back then.
Oh, God.
His name was Krylar Dong back then. And I don't have to tell you why. It's because of his dong.
It was huge.
We may be microscopic, but that thing
Not
ain't.
his dong.
But that thing ain't.
That thing won't. That thing was swinging, Henry. Anyways.
Second.
Never felt like that before in my life. Man's never touched me like. Oh, sorry, Hank. Never been touched like that in my life.
Also, Kang.
Kang.
Kang had Wang too, Henry.
Speaking of Kang's Wang,
Oh, it's
that guy could sling.
That was a thang-a-lang-a-lang, Henry. Oh, boy.
Kang's Wang is a
call
thing.
it-
Kang's Wang is a thing. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, man.
Okay, great. And then a little bit about the whole Kang murder plot.
Yeah, a little bit about that. But let me tell you about Light Bulb Head. Now, that guy, speaking of his head, it's more than a light bulb down there. Let me just say.
A light bulb for a head and a light bulb for a dick, if you know what I'm saying.
Chicago.
Now let me tell you about that Veb guy. let me tell you things.
He doesn't have any holes, but does he know how to stuff them? Ooh boy!
Hey,
Did you drink his ooze? Did you drink his ooze? Because I didn't want to drink that ooze.
Listen, when you see Veb, just take a shot. That boy will keep you wet for days.
all I'm saying is that sometimes you drink the Veb, and sometimes Veb drinks you. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my god!
It's a very free. It was a very free time, Henry.
So
it was very
is
free.
that-
It was like the 60s in the quantum realm.
Do you think that's why she kept it quiet? She's like, there is way too many
Yeah.
skeletons in this realm.
For sure.
She's trying to duck all the dudes and chicks she'd hang.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, oh no.
when she first
I
goes back-
never gonna come back.
Did you see anybody in the quantum realm? No. See anybody? There was
nobody
to
there.
see.
It was
There was nobody
empty.
seeing. There's too much
Not
fucking.
not a single thing. I didn't see a single dong. I mean, I didn't
was-
see a single person.
It was
planet,
just
had
rocks.
relations.
I promise you. Just rocks.
It was just rocks. Nothing.
Rock hard
Nothing.
cocks.
But you were down there for 30 years.
thank
How
you
are you?
for going.
How are you sane? I
well,
kept busy. What'd you do?
Rocks
Kangs
can
Wang?
keep insane.
You say Gangs Wang? That thing?
I got pictures. I drew. I had to use some of the fabric from the inside of my suit to just express some of my deepest innermost thoughts. But
Also to clean up.
it's very absorbent. Our suits.
To be fair, even the ships you had to drive had penises. So I think this all
They were
goes
giver and
quite well.
receivers.
We counting them?
Just
We counting the ships too? Oh man!
I mean, what
My
did
number
Hank
just
do?
doubled.
Show up and just double banged the ship,
finger blasted the ships.
fisted the
Double
ships,
double fist blasted
double
the ship.
fisted the ships.
You just lost your quantum card.
He
Welcome to the club.
was
More like
the
punched
roll-
it.
Yeah,
lost
Yeah,
the Rolex
he
in there
punched
too.
So-
up to his elbows and shit.
So that answers your question, Matt. That's why she didn't tell him before.
she
going
held
down.
out because if she told right away, then he would have learned about all the people he banged.
Yeah. Well, first
This way, she kept it to one.
yeah. Firstly, she'd be like, "Oh, you were stuck down here alone with a man for like 20 years."
and she
And
was
his
like,
name was
"A man?
Kangs Wang.
A man, not a man. What are you saying?
A man?
Not just a one? What?
A specimen of a man, a conqueror in the bedroom, you might say.
So she obviously wanted to stay away from that. And then once she was
Yep.
down there, she was like, "I'm not gonna. Hopefully, we can get out of here without like introducing any of them."
Yeah.
But she's like,
I'll play it
fuck.
cool.
Okay, we got to talk to one, but hopefully he'll be cool.
Yeah. Hopefully, he'll be cool.
And he wasn't.
Hopefully,
He was-
Bill
he
Murray
wasn't.
won't mention that he banged me in front of my
Yeah.
husband.
And then,
He was
like, literally,
polite about it.
that's how they find out she was banging. Because
Yeah.
he starts talking about it, and then they're like, "Oh, looks like you had some experiences down here." And she's like, "I gotta tell you about Kangs Wang."
So it's really just the one time she's okay. I get it. No, that makes sense. That's a good reason to not say anything. So I just want to check here. Are we basically saying that Cassie doesn't tell her dad about stuff because wink wink nudge nudge?
Yeah, probably.
Wait,
Right.
Damn it, Cassie, you're only here 30 seconds before me.
talking about the Cassie Veb scene?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Veb
Yeah.
gets around.
That's all we're gonna say on that topic.
Clearly.
That was
all
quick.
the way up to the bar.
Hey, anyways,
Low
that's his
bar.
cousin.
Yeah.
That was his cousin. We're not talking about that. Okay, so I think we've tackled some of the bigger plot questions, conundrums, holes, if you will. I think
Annoyances.
there's contrivances, waste of times, but there are some probably just little questions I think we need to answer
Yeah.
that went on in the movie.
Ain't nothing little in that movie.
I mean, everything was little in that movie.
I think
But yes.
it's the quantum realm. I think we're past it now. My first question I think I just want to know about is Scott is very perturbed with the idea that Kang lied to him. For some reason, he goes off on a rant about Kang's word is his bond. Which
Our word is our
What is our bond? Yeah.
I don't know how they got
Very-
there.
Very weird scripting.
But I just want to know that if, in this scenario, if Kang had been like, when he's like, hey, where's my daughter? He's like, oh, yeah, she's right over here. And she just shows up. would Scott have just given Kang the time dilation thing and be like, all right, well, thanks, good deal. I'll see you later. Good luck for destroying the universe.
It seems like it.
They had a deal.
A little bit, yeah. His word is his bond, Matt.
That would have been mega interesting, because then that would have given us a pathway for Cassie to once again remind Scott of his responsibilities. But like, and there's a sub thing that I want to touch on. But anyway, she could have reminded him, dude, like this isn't right. You shouldn't have done it. And then zoom, the plane lands and Janet comes down. What did you do? And then then perhaps the third act is like, Scott, whoa, the ramifications. And then I got to try and thwart his armada. That would have been interesting.
There will be no time for him to think of ramifications, because Kang would have fucked off of there if he had the thing.
I suppose, but then
you just throw in a line. You just throw into a line like, "Oh, it's going to take 15 minutes to power up my ship," and that's their window to stop him. Easy.
Or maybe he still gets through. He still gets through or gets out, but not that close to Earth yet. Like, then creating like that buffer of 4 more Marvel movies, however long that's going to take. It's going to take him 5 years. He's not at Earth, but he's just outside the Milky Way, and he's hampered.
That's actually a good idea. It would have been cool if he did get out, and the final act is them on Earth having to send him back.
They did not have time for that in this movie.
If there was no MODOK, they could have worked on a lot of stuff.
So what you're saying is this was a completely different movie.
No. You take out a couple really stupid scenes. I mean, there's so many scenes you can remove, and
you're just trying to smooth out Scott's character a bit. Like, either you say that he actually cares, or you don't have him say something ridiculous like "our word is our bond."
Our word is our bond. I laugh so hard at that scene.
Yeah,
it's like
for the wrong reasons.
He's been murdering people. I mean, that's not.
Scott doesn't know that, though.
Yes, he does.
I don't think he doesn't know everything about. He doesn't know
not
everything.
Janet
knows.
Come on. Look at what how he was holding his daughter hostage. Nobody good does that.
I'm not saying that Scott thought he.
So like it's like what are you gonna do? You're gonna escape from here? Okay. I think, Matt, to answer your question, I think he would have just given him the thing if he kept his bond that his word was. Just I'll go, yeah, okay, see you later.
All right. That's it. That's all I wanted to know.
Yeah.
With like a back door to like muck things up afterwards.
I think you're giving him a lot of credit.
I think he deserves that credit because
he's an Avenger.
Nice, very nice. So what I want to know, and it was one of the few parts that actually made me laugh out loud, was when Hank Pym recognizes the Broccoli Man. And he's like, holy shit, that guy looks like a broccoli. And I was like afterwards, what does that man eat? What does Broccoli Man eat? This is what kept me up at night.
Taco Bell.
What?
Done.
Okay, show your work.
Moving on.
No, show your work.
No,
I want to know
done.
why Taco Bell.
Because it's not real food. It's not human food. It's not fit for human consumption.
Okay.
Probably fit for broccoli consumption.
I was gonna suggest he eats humans. But
wow, that's just you're just being lazy.
But isn't saying
rare?
Oh yeah, I am the lazy one.
But isn't saying he eats Taco Bell saying he eats humans?
No, I mean no one's sure what kind of meat it is, so you don't know.
It's true. Yeah.
It's mystery.
Okay. It's just something I
That's
wondered.
the appeal.
What was Broccoli Man eat cauliflower? I don't know.
Did anybody see Guardians of the Galaxy?
No.
There is a scene in that movie where he says that guy looks like a
Broccoli
carrot.
Man is there?
No, they say that guy looks like a carrot, and there's a guy that looks like a carrot. It's like the same joke. It's just weird that
shit, really?
if I had a nickel for every time someone got mistaken for a vegetable in a Marvel
Like
film,
produce?
I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
It's somewhere. It's something good.
Anyway.
It's the James Gunn effect.
Did anybody else wonder why Luis wasn't on this trip?
Yeah.
Where is Luis?
Where is Luis?
Is he safe? Is he all right?
Somebody called him in.
Assume he was safe. What do you think he was doing?
He probably was out with his wife on a mission, and they went to another house, and then they saw his cousin, and his cousin was like, "Hey, you want to go down to the house and buy some boats?" And then we went about some boats, and then we went down to another street. Sorry, I tried to do that bit that he does, in case you didn't pick it.
Please don't.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. Why
What
not
was he
bring him
doing? What
back?
could he have been doing that he wasn't involved in this? Well, I mean, he couldn't have been because he couldn't have gone to the quantum realm. But
I just don't know why they didn't just be like, have him over when she was showing
Right.
the thing and just have him
dinner.
along. Because he is like the heart and soul of these movies.
So-
like shove Modok off, have him be there.
Yeah. It's just so great to
somehow.
have him, because he'd be like such a fish out of water, and it would make, like, he would be the character who would be like, yo, that guy's a broccoli, you know, like, and it would be hilarious because it's him.
Yeah,
He cuts tension really, really
Yeah.
well.
He would have been the great representation of the audience, right? Because there's
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
one, there was no one in the heroes that was the audience representation experience in the quantum realm, which is kind of a big miss when you consider how fucked up the quantum realm is.
Yeah. No, it's a huge, huge mistake. If you're asking for my answer, I think he was probably running their security business, because somebody's got to.
true.
It's not Scott. He's just walking around town, hanging out
Scott's
with
just
Baskin Robbins.
fucking
Yeah.
writing books and doing his thing.
Getting mistaken for a Spider-Man.
Not getting any respect from his daughter all this time. Giving him shit about his so-called responsibilities.
Yeah, jeez, what a bitch. Moving on.
Hey, our boy Veb finally gets to experience his dream
Speak on it.
of having holes.
Yeah.
And there are many questions here. Why? How can Veb suck up somebody when he has a hole, but he never had a hole? But that's fine. It's just plot. What I really want to know is, do holes count if they go all the way through you or don't go all the way through you?
I love how sexy this question sounds. Real talk.
Yeah.
we should bring in Kang's Wang to talk on this one. That thing knows holes.
Because if the hole goes all the way through you,
It's just the one hole.
That's one hole.
that's one.
Yeah.
hole.
And how'd it get there? And like, what happens the longer it's there?
I mean, he got shot a bunch.
Usually that's dead, but Veb is not dead. Veb didn't die.
Right. Yeah.
Viv did,
Veb
baby.
sucked everybody out.
Hey,
God
I mean,
damn it.
he was due,
Can
right?
we get
Everybody
this
was
show
sucking
out of
him.
the gutter for 1 second?
I highly doubt
Listen,
it.
Veb sucked people off.
Yeah,
Off
and
their
he was
feet. You could just finish the
Off
sentence and they
their
wouldn't be
feet.
so
Off
sound
their
just
feet.
dirty. Yeah. But but I'm really curious because Veb he was talking about holes and he asked Scott how many holes he had, and Scott didn't answer.
Cheaty did.
Cheaty answered.
Cheaty. Yeah, I don't remember his
aka
name. Too.
Hey, Quaz.
Quaz.
Shouts to
or Quaz.
Quaz.
He answered for them that yes, it was 7 because Scott was thinking that. But like, what is the definition of a hole? I really want to answer this question because Veb he had many holes and he turned into one hole.
The better
did,
question is,
yeah.
at what point does a bowl become a hole?
Right. Like, how deep do you have to go to make a hole?
Not deep, I would say.
It depends on
Like, do your eyes count as like eye holes?
Based on Scott, yes. Scott's answer was yes. He was 7. And if you do the math,
No, that's
can
not
figure out.
including eyes.
no.
Yeah, no.
Ear, nostril,
Nostril, mouth, ass.
penis, ass.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
7. Yeah, that's
So
what
your
I
eyes.
thought too.
So they didn't count eye holes.
Okay.
Oh, even
So-
though they are, but
Nope.
what do you mean? Nope.
So if a hole is filled, then all of a sudden it's not a hole anymore? If my
Yeah,
mouth is
technically.
filled with Play-Doh, is that no longer a hole?
Like right now.
Like,
Yeah.
Play-Doh. Does that mean it's not a hole? It's a
yes.
filled hole?
Correct.
That's not correct.
But
What
you
if
can
you-
still put things in holes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not if it's full of something.
No, then it's a hole filled with something.
yeah.
It's a temporary obstruction.
it's still
the
a
hole's
hole.
still there.
If I dig a hole in the ground
Yes.
and then cover it over with dirt,
Then you're
No.
covering it with ground. It's not a hole anymore.
No,
But
then
if
you're
you put
still then
water
you're
in it.
Then it's a
then-
hole filled with water.
Exactly.
It's literally
not
a water hole.
Sorry, why can't it be a hole filled with dirt? Why is it?
Because if it's filled with the same substance, then it's
then
just
it's not-
no longer a hole. It's
If
You
a
make
tree
a hole-
falls in the woods, does Kang's wang penetrate and bring you to new levels of satisfaction?
that is what we need to know.
Okay.
So Matt, you're wrong, and the movie's wrong. It's 9 if you include your eye holes.
I agree. It's 9. Or I would accept 8 if you consider mouth to asshole just the one hole because they connect.
What about your pores? This is the micro realm? Aren't they
that's
microscopic holes?
That's true.
You
You have infinite holes.
Infinite
It's very
holes.
holy. It's very holy. Put some
Infinite
respect on it.
holes. Matt's dream. I don't know why I said Matt, but it's too bad. It's
I'm
Matt.
glad you did.
Because Matt's the most straight face.
Because it was his question.
No, it's my fault for asking the question.
You always
Next
tell
question.
me.
I want to be here anymore. Why was Hank Pym in this movie?
That's a
Star
good
power.
question.
So, I can tell you why. Because when Janet was thinking of ideas for her Red Table episode, she knew she needed to air some of that dirty laundry out in order for Hank to be embarrassed on camera.
I think
Great.
they should have had
So-
taken out
That's a
of
Will Smith,
Hank.
Jada Pinkett
Wait,
joke.
are you saying that Janet Van Dyne wrote this movie? I'll believe it, given how bad the plot is. But is that what you're saying?
She probably executive produced it, Janet.
I think that they should have gotten rid of Hank and put in Louise.
Agreed.
Great.
I'd be okay with that.
Or
That's fine.
you know what they should have done? They should have had Kang kill Hank. Just
Oh shit.
have Kang do something.
Also an option. Next question: why is Janet in this movie?
I mean, somebody has to take all that wang and dong.
Yeah.
That's already been took.
We're way past
It's
that.
been took.
Yeah.
The wang has been took.
The wang has been wanged.
The
and
wang
dong
has been
donged.
clanged.
Oh God.
That's what you want to go with?
I mean, Janet makes a little bit more sense.
She was there.
Pym.
The 30
'cause
years.
she'd been there.
Yeah, she's
Okay.
more. But I would have rather they'd got rid of Janet and had Louise there instead.
Excellent point. Why is Hope Van Dyne in this movie?
That is a good question.
Very good question.
Yeah.
Mother-daughter dynamic. Progression.
She saved him at the end. She sacrificed everything to go back for him,
Yeah.
and then didn't.
And she also was grossed out by her parents talking about sex. So
Yeah, that was
important.
hilarious.
Yeah.
and surprised at a broccoli man trying to pick her up at the bar.
Oh yeah.
That was
And
pretty funny. Though.
I would rather she wasn't in it, and Louise was in her spot instead.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Why was Scott Lang?
I don't know. I think.
Let me just say real quick. But if you remove Scott, then we're left with Cassie. Please don't do that.
No. I have the solution for this.
Okay, please.
Cassie and Scott Lang stay home. Luis goes instead.
Let him
with
cook.
With Hank and Janet.
Okay.
It's still an Ant-Man movie because Hank is the original Ant-Man,
Yes.
Mm.
And Janet is the original Wasp, so that works.
right?
And then
Yeah.
we can have a scene where he goes to the probability storm, and we
Yeah,
get
and
thousands of
yeah.
Louises.
Exactly.
And then we have a movie.
I
and
think
then
we
have
were all heading there 'cause that would
across
have been
the
best,
Louise verse.
Yeah, the best scene in the movie.
Yes, and then the end stinger. It's not a bunch of Kangs. It's a bunch of Louises.
Just when I think you've lost me, you totally redeem yourself. Louise the Conqueror. It has a ring to it.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Ooh.
the Louises were gearing up to face Kang as the only chance that the multiverse has of
Right.
saving themselves.
No,
Problem solved.
Louise just is Kang. And that one
Oh.
Kang was like one of the weird divergents. But when it goes to the Coliseum, they're all just Louises.
I got this.
And they're having like a cookout.
it was a Skrull playing Jonathan Majors as Kang, when in actuality, all the Kangs look like Louise.
Yes.
Saving us.
And all the Skrull's true form is Louise.
I think it was the Skrull's true form were Dane Cook, but okay.
No.
No,
That's a nightmare.
that's
That's hell on
all
earth.
right.
Do you see how that works?
Let's wrap this up. We're done. We've created the Louise first. We're good. All I want from you guys, we just got to do one final piece of business. We need to rank this movie. We need to put it on the board. Our ranking system of the tier system, standard tier system, S is the highest. You can use, after that, you can use A, B, C, D, E, F. Some people have already started going further than that, but that's their choice.
M for Morbius.
Okay, thank you. Spencer, since you spoke, why don't you give us your ranking for this one?
I would give this movie A, B, C, D, E, probably around a E for
man.
man. That's exactly
Nice.
Because this movie was it was very forgettable, and it felt like a fever dream on a blue screen or green screen, whatever they use now. Anyways, E for
Yeah, nice. Okay. Chris?
That's my rating.
Wow.
I knew he was going to say that. What letter corresponds to that?
Sound like an A.
Yeah,
It
did sound like an A.
An A was more like, but this was like a, and so the letter that corresponds no, it's D for the amount of dong that Janet consumed in that 30 years.
I see.
Which was better than this movie. So I had to respect her agency and freedom to choose all that dong. I'm going to leave it there.
D for dong.
D for dong.
All right.
Okay, Luciano, follow up that.
Can I? I don't know if I can.
You could use the same one.
It'd have been. Oh, it would have been D for disappointment.
You could do K for Kang Wang.
No, I can't. but the
You can do
Ant
D for
Ex
Dane
Machina-
Cook.
The Ant Ex Machina drops it to E because I'm not gonna make a pun with this. Just fuck this movie.
E for ants.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ants?
I hate it. And
Ants.
the ants from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
okay. Let it go. E for ants.
Tracks.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What did
And
you
Matt, what is your rating?
E for yeah.
Yeah, you can't steal my They kind of added
sorry,
a little
okay.
bit of a to it.
Yeah, I was less excited than you. Okay, fine. E for
Ants.
every Marvel movie from here on out is probably going to be bad.
Okay.
It's a
probably
bad year
true.
for movies too, but yeah.
Yeah.
Like, real quick, is there any Marvel movie you're excited for at all, even the slightest?
No.
That's scary.
Blade.
I was gonna say Blade.
Okay. Blade. Okay.
I was gonna say
Mahershala
Blade too.
Ali
You think they're gonna bring Wesley Snipes back as the mentor?
as
or something?
Whistler.
Yo, I actually don't hate that.
I pay my taxes now.
that's his catchphrase.
Pay your taxes.
That's his, as he's mentoring him. Stab him in the heart. Make sure they turn to ash before you walk away.
And
Pay your
collect
taxes. Pay your taxes.
And
you
always
know-
bet on black.
And always been
That's
about.
right.
And never, ever try to ice skate uphill.
Some motherfuckers just don't get it.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you for that. There. Quantumania. We did, so you probably shouldn't. Ever.
Yes, that's fair.
You have better
I was-
things to do with your time.
Yeah, I was hoping for it. But
Yeah, so thank you for joining us next time. Oh, sorry, socials first. We have an email address. If you have questions for us about this movie or about future movies, you can definitely hit us up. It's the name of the podcast. That's all it is. It is popcornandplotholes@gmail.com. Please feel free to hit us up and ask us any questions, make any comments, suggestions, suggest maybe less dong talk, more dong talk. Up to you, really.
More Dane Cook talk.
More Dane Cook talks.
More Dane Dong talk. Don't do that.
No.
If you want the Dane Cook podcast, let us know.
It's what the people have been asking
Don't
for.
let us know.
You can let us know it's not going to happen, but you can let us know.
I mean,
Burn those emails. Like, stop sending them my way.
yeah, we should not do that. And our movie for next week is going to be They Cloned Tyrone. So it's on Netflix. It is available now. It just came out. So feel free to watch ahead of us. And hopefully it'll be better than this was.
It'll be interesting.
We'll see you next time.
Thanks,
Bye.
guys.
Bye.
Bye, guys.